Let's talk about the moment every sales professional dreads, the objection. That moment when the conversation stalls, when a no or a not right now hangs in the air. If you don't like pushy pitches, but still want to close more deals, you need a different approach. What if I told you that objections aren't roadblocks? They're opportunities. They are invitations to a deeper conversation. To master them, you don't need to convince. You need to connect. And you can do it with a smarter three-step move. The 3 A's. Acknowledge, align, and ask. This framework will transform your most challenging conversations into your most productive ones. Let's break down how. The first step is to acknowledge. This is the foundation of the entire method, and it's where most people go wrong. Acknowledging is not the same as agreeing. You are not conceding that the price is too high or that the timing is wrong. You are simply validating the other person's feeling or statement. You're signaling, I hear you, I understand your concern. When a client raises an objection, their defenses are up. They expect you to argue, to push back, to defend. By acknowledging, you do the opposite. You disarm them. You create a space of psychological safety where a real conversation can happen. The key is to hear the objection and name it, clearly and without judgment. Let's look at some common objections. For price, instead of jumping to justify your cost, try saying, I understand your concern about the budget. It's important to make sure this is a sound financial decision. Notice the language. You're not saying, you're right, it's expensive. You're saying, I get that this is a factor for you. What about timing? Now isn't a good time for us. Acknowledge it. It sounds like you have a lot of competing priorities right now, and timing is critical. For authority, I need to talk to my boss. Acknowledge. That makes sense. It's crucial that all the key stakeholders are on board with this decision. Or the classic, we already have a vendor. Acknowledge. I appreciate that you already have a solution in place. It sounds like you have an established relationship there. In every case, you're holding up a mirror to their concern. The biggest pitfall to avoid here is the but. Don't say, I hear you, but. The word but negates everything that came before it. It's a verbal eraser. Simply acknowledge and then pause. Let your validation land. This simple act builds a bridge of trust that you'll walk across in the next step. Once you've built that bridge, it's time to align. This is where you move from their side of the table to the same side. Alignment is a two-part process. It combines empathy with a reframing of the shared goal. You've already shown you understand their concern. Now you show that you share their ultimate objective. This isn't about you versus them. It's about us versus the problem. Your job is to pivot the conversation from the objection itself to the outcome you both want to achieve. Let's go back to our examples. After acknowledging the price concern, you align. We both want to ensure that any investment you make delivers a significant return and doesn't put unnecessary strain on your resources. See the shift? The conversation is no longer about cost. It's about return on investment and financial security, a goal you both share. For the timing objection, you align by saying, it's absolutely critical that we don't disrupt your current projects. Our shared goal is to find a path forward that enhances your team's capacity, not strains it. What about switching costs or integration concerns? Acknowledge first. I hear your concern about the difficulty of switching systems. Then align. The last thing either of us wants is a painful transition. Our primary goal here is to make sure any change is seamless and adds value from day one, without creating extra work for your team. Let me give you a mini case study. A client once told me, your platform looks great, but we're worried about the risk of adopting a new technology. I acknowledged. I understand completely. Introducing a new tool always comes with uncertainty. Then I aligned. We both want the same thing, to achieve your growth targets while minimizing any operational risk. The goal isn't just to adopt new tech, it's to guarantee a positive outcome. By focusing on the shared goal of guaranteed positive outcome, the conversation shifted from fear of the unknown to a collaborative exploration of de-risking the project. That's the power of alignment. You've acknowledged their reality. You've aligned with their goals. Now and only now are you ready for the third A. Ask. This is where you gently guide the conversation forward. The right question at this stage isn't a closing tactic. It's a collaborative next step. It's a question that invites them to problem solve with you. The key is to use a concise, bridging question that connects their concern to the shared goal you just established. These are often hypothetical, solution-oriented questions. They typically start with, "If we could," or "Would you be open to exploring?" Let's complete our examples. With the price objection, after acknowledging and aligning on ROI, you ask, "If we could model out a conservative forecast that shows a clear positive return within the first 6 months, would that help address the budget concern?" This is a brilliant question. It's a closed-ended yes or no, but a yes doesn't close the deal. It simply commits them to the next step in the conversation. It moves them from a passive objector to an active participant. For the timing objection, you ask, "Would you be open to exploring a phased implementation plan that aligns with your team's availability after the current quarter ends?" For the authority objection, you ask, "It's vital your boss has all the information. Would it be helpful if we prepared a one-page executive summary outlining the ROI and implementation plan for you to share with them?" You're not trying to go around them, you're empowering them. You're making their job easier. The goal of the ask is not to get a final yes. It's to get a yes to the next logical step. It's about advancing the conversation, not ending it. Each small agreement builds momentum and reinforces your partnership, making the final decision feel like a natural conclusion rather than a high-pressure moment. Now, let's put it all together in a rapid-fire objection playbook. I'll give you the objection and the exact acknowledge, align, ask script. Objection: "We don't have the budget for this right now." Acknowledge: "I hear you. Budget constraints are a real challenge for everyone this year." Align: "Ultimately, we both want to make sure every dollar spent is an investment in growth, not just an expense." Ask: "If we could structure the payments to align with your cash flow, or even defer the start until your next budget cycle, would that make it feasible to explore?" Objection: "Your competitor is cheaper." Acknowledge: "I appreciate you sharing that. Price is definitely an important factor to consider." Align: "Beyond the initial price, the most important thing is the total cost of ownership and the long-term value. We both want the solution that delivers the best possible outcome for your business." Ask: "Would you be open to a brief comparison where we look at not just the price, but the expected return and features side by side?" Objection: "I'm not sure this will work for us. I'm not convinced." This is a trust objection. Acknowledge: "That's a completely fair concern. It's a big decision, and you need to be confident it will deliver." Align: "My primary goal isn't to sell you something. It's to ensure you have absolute certainty in the results you'll get. We both need to be 100% sure this is the right fit." Ask: "What if we set up a small-scale, low-risk pilot program? Or perhaps I could connect you with a current client in your industry who had similar reservations initially." Let's see this in action. Here are 2 short role-play scenarios. Scenario 1. The objection is urgency. The client says, "This all sounds good, but we're swamped. We just don't have the bandwidth to implement a new system right now." Watch the 3 A's. Acknowledge: "I completely understand. It sounds like the team is at full capacity, and the last thing you need is another project." The client nods, feeling heard. Align: "The whole point of a system like this is to eventually save you time and reduce workload, not add to it. Our shared goal has to be a solution that frees up your team's bandwidth." The client leans in slightly. Ask: "Hypothetically, if our team could handle 90% of the implementation, and we could guarantee it would take less than 3 hours of your team's time over the next month, would you be open to seeing what that plan looks like?" The client considers it, their posture now open. "Okay," they say, "show me the plan." Scenario 2. The objection is a happy existing relationship. The client says, "Thanks, but we're pretty happy with our current provider." Acknowledge: "That's great to hear. It sounds like you have a strong partnership in place, and that's not something to change lightly." Align: And you shouldn't. The goal isn't just to switch for the sake of switching. The only reason to ever consider a change is if there's a clear and significant opportunity for improvement, whether that's in performance, cost savings, or support. We both want what's best for your business. Ask. I'm not asking you to change anything today, but would you be against taking 15 minutes to benchmark your current performance against what we're seeing with others in your industry? At worst, it will validate you're in a great spot. At best, we might uncover a hidden opportunity. The client thinks for a moment. All right, they agree. 15 minutes can't hurt. Simple, human, effective. Let's recap the framework. First, you acknowledge their concern to disarm and build trust. Verbally confirm you've heard them. Second, you align with their deeper goal, moving to the same side of the table to solve the problem together. And third, you ask a solution-oriented question that creates a clear, low-friction next step. Practice the 3 A's. Write them down. Try them with a colleague. The next time you hear an objection, take a breath and resist the urge to defend. Instead, listen, acknowledge, align, and then ask. When you do, you'll find that objections stop being roadblocks and start being the very path that leads to stronger relationships and more successful partnerships.